What's up, people? I banned you once, Nelson. So, who's here? I see 4 people. I see 4. How about that bullshit about Trump, man? God damn. What's up, Eleanor? Jill Canuck. What's up? What's happening, people? People. You're doing okay. What about you? I'm doing all right. Working my ass off. These fucking people. Landscaping, I hope it ain't too tiring. I'm off at the moment, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm working 45, 50 hours a week. It's a bitch. Biden, that's it. I can't afford 4 more years of Bidenomics. Yeah. Well, the country can't. Let's face it, they're going to cheat. I mean, I can almost guarantee you this judge is going to put Trump in jail or some kind of home confinement. One of the two. This is their best chance of putting Trump in jail. They're going to do it. You have to assume they're going to do it. Now, I think he can appeal and get the jail thing stayed, but once it's Trump and it's New York. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, this shit. Yeah. I mean, anybody at all that looked into this trial knows that it's political persecution. There's no doubt about it. There's no, you know. Well, I can understand it. They cheated. That's how he's the president. You know what I mean? That's how. Afraid of Trump. You know, they can't control Trump. You know, and Trump Trump in his first administration fucked up. He didn't know who to trust. It's very understandable that he didn't know who the snakes were. You know, so if he gets elected again, I think he'll have a better understand. He has a better understanding of how Washington works, and they're scared to death of that. You know, lawfare, yeah. It's it's ridiculous. They're already planning to swamp him with lawsuits if he gets elected. I'm waiting for the assassination attempt. You know, when are they going to try to pull that? I mean, I think they're going to try to kill him. I really do. I mean, that's got to be on the list of things because everything you're doing is making them stronger. So, and it's going to be harder for them to cheat, but I think they're going to do it openly. I really do. I think they're going to. I think they just don't give a fuck, and all these illegals will be voting. And the numbers are all over the place with the illegal aliens. Like that. How many Biden let in? I've heard 5 million, 8 million, 10 million, 15 million. Who the fuck? You know what I mean? Who the fuck knows? Hey, Jay, you still sober? Yeah. Most of America realizes that was a rigged trial. Most of America understands it. All you had to do was follow it. Okay, Biden, you're gone. You're gone, Biden. Or should I say Nelson? There you go. Banned. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. I used to let these motherfuckers come on the channel, and I'm going to do just like the liberals do. See ya. You want to talk shit? You're uninformed? You just want to create problems? You got to go. And then they can't control Trump. And I don't know how a great country like the USA can present Biden on the world stage. He can barely put one foot in front of the other or make a coherent sentence. They don't care. Look, they really don't care how Biden presents. I mean, I'm sure they'd rather have it where he could present himself as coherent. But they're making so much money that, I don't think it matters. AJ says, yes, sir. No drinking class in a year, buddy. Thank you, AJ. Well, I'm glad to hear you're still not drinking, AJ, because you were a complete retard. Oh my God. On the stream? Oh my God. And believe it or not, I wasn't even realizing that was the primary reason. Of course, you're retarded sober, but the alcohol just makes you completely retarded. Now you're half retarded. At least I get to laugh at Bobby De Niro embarrassing himself the other day. Yeah, they stripped him of a prestigious award for some of his philanthropic activities. Apparently, he's helped some folks. Who knows if it's even his fucking money? But they stripped him because of the little speech he gave about Trump. It's this broadcasters award, and they want to appeal to everybody, and they're neutral in politics, and they didn't feel it was appropriate to have a guy like De Niro getting the award. Good. Missouri Nelson. Oh, thank you, Nelson. Jimmy, I'm crying laughing. Yeah. Missouri. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and they set the sentencing date. I think it's 3 or 4 days from the Republican convention. I guarantee you they're going to try to put him in jail. I can almost guarantee it. And the Secret Service is going to have a whole lot to say about that. You know, a whole lot, or at the very least, home confinement. You know, because the whole point here is not to have him as president. I mean, yeah, that's the point. And they'd love to see him in jail too. Yeah. From what I understand, he got people in the first 24 hours. People donated almost 54 million. I even sent him $5. I've never sent a political candidate money. I'm sure they'll never leave me the fuck alone now. All right, Nelson. You too can get banned. Yeah, I got the ban hammer out, so yeah. Fuck around and find out. What's on a second? What the fuck? Let's see. A little tidbit of news unrelated to politics. Look at this shit.
Welcome back. A Tucson biology teacher says enough is enough. He's leaving the classroom over students not being able to put down their phones. He says he's tried everything to get the kids to power down, but the appeal of what's on their cell phones is just too great. News for Tucson's Lupita Murillo reports from Saguaro High School with the 411.
Mr. Mitchell Rutherford has been teaching biology for over a decade. This will be his final week as a Saguaro Cougar.
I've been struggling with mental health this year, mostly because of what I identified as basically just phone addiction with the students.
The 35-year-old biology teacher became a first-time father. He says last semester something just wasn't right. And this semester, he says, he was working harder than the students.
This year, something shifted, and it's just like they're just numbing themselves. They're just checking out of society. They're just like, can't get rid of it, can't put it away.
He likens the phone addiction to that of drugs.
Opioids, obviously a huge problem. Cocaine, heroin, all of those drugs, alcohol, it's all a big problem. But like sugar even greater than that, and then phones even greater than that.
He says he tried everything in the book to get the students to dial it down and turn their phones off and turn on their brains.
Here's extra credit. Let's check your screen time. Let's, create habits. Let's, do a unit on sleep and why sleep is important and how to reduce your phone usage. We'll talk about it every day, and created a basket called Phone Jail.
So what does he believe is the solution to phone addiction?
As a society, we need to prioritize educating our youth and protecting our youth and allowing their brains to, and social skills and happiness to develop in a natural way without their phones.
News 4 spoke with parents about Mr. Rutherford leaving his teaching position.
I kind of agree with him. Not agree with him for quitting, but I agree with the stance that he's taking because he's not able to do his job.
I think it's understandable. I feel the frustration. I have 2 teenage boys, so they're on their phones constantly. It's a big distraction.
Mr. Rutherford's last day is Thursday. He says it's bittersweet, but he knows it's the best decision for himself and for his family. He eventually hopes to get his PhD. Reporting from the East Side, Lupita Murillo, News for Tucson.
To view the
Wow. Yeah, how about you can't bring your phone to school? How about that? I don't understand that. Why do you even let? I'm packing Pac-Man. I've a pro-Trump channel. This is Nelson inundating this with fucking. No, hey, James, 1 year, congrats. There was a standing ovation for Trump last night UFC event and a big chant of "Let's go Brandon." Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. It's crazy what is happening to Trump because the amount of corruption that has previously happened in the White House that was minimized and is a huge lump under the carpet. Yeah, well, they've created a culture of hate Trump, and a lot of very stupid people believe it. So this is the entire reason why we have courts, why we have contracts, why we have law. Because look, once a person is unliked, whether they're rightly unliked or unrightly unliked, people will gang up and tell stories, make false accusations. Even with the law, people do this. But it's apparently they've created a psychology around Trump, and some people are just plain stupid. They're brainwashed. Do women for Trump aspire to go back to the days when they needed their husband's approval to get a debit card? Okay, Nelson, you're out of here. Everybody say goodbye. Goodbye. There he goes. Walmsley Alley, man. A lot of UFC fighters with black and white were shaking Trump's hand and posing with him for photos. This was their New Jersey, too. Yeah, Jersey's a Democratic state, trust me. Is that what's being advocated, the debit card thing? Yeah, well, he's gone, so fuck him. Both generations are to blame, honestly. They created this. I don't know about that. The left has the media. The left has the schools. They're the two most important things. They're radicalizing and brainwashing our children, and they're also doing the same thing through cell phones, through media, through that cell phone addiction. That's real. I agree with that teacher. It's just like drugs. I mean, I'm on my phone all the fucking time. All the fucking time. I think the cell phone is being used as a propaganda tool. I think it is. Now, of course, I research things and look at the other side of an argument. I mean, there's all these fucking on Facebook, all these fucking pages that are just complete bullshit. They tell you complete bullshit. What's up, Special K? I'm not Nelson. Okay. Well, you're not unpacking Pac-Man either. Yeah, anybody comes in here talking big shit about Trump, they got to go. I mean, they got to go. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Anybody with half a brain knows what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking obvious. People got to pay. These people got to pay for what they're doing. You got to put them in jail. You got to start putting people in jail. I know people think CO2 is. I know. Is anyone listening? Yes, millions of people. Yes, 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 yes. Millions of people listen to the mainstream media. Millions. And even if they don't, they've already been hoodwinked and brainwashed into the Republican Party is racist. MAGA is racist. All this other bullshit. It's you know. The left is way worse now for sure. I'm just saying that they came from the older generation, but the modern left is way worse. Well, yeah, the older generation is the ones that set out to infiltrate all the institutions. And now that's all coming to fruition. These old hippies and all, now they're fucking, they've infiltrated our institutions. It's a drip feed for kids, yeah. It filters into a lot of alt media. Yeah, they're trying to do that too. I mean, I think you get better information from YouTube. Why would I trust the mainstream media? I mean, I can remember as a kid being afraid because they told us we were facing an ice age, right? I can remember as a small kid, teenager, being a little afraid, thinking we're going to have an ice age, right? Then it was global warming, right? Now it's climate change. It's just amazing. And any scientist that's against it, they censor them, they get rid of them. You're not allowed to have an opinion that goes against what these fucking commies want. And what they want is to scare you. Look, generally anybody trying to make you afraid, I've found out through my 61 years, it's just bullshit. You know what I mean? Most people trying to create fear, it's bullshit. What's up, Richie? Now it's global bullying. I'm independent and voting Trump. That's cool. Yeah. Anyone who believes the mainstream media after COVID is a lost cause. Well, like I said on Dr. K, like people don't want to admit that they were duped. They have strong emotional ties to these beliefs. And they don't want to admit they were duped. Yeah. I want Trump to be a monarch and a king. What's up, Liquid? I want Trump to be a monarch and a king. See, and I honestly believe that America will fall. At some point, it will fall. These people are way too invested. They've infiltrated all our institutions. It would take years to undo the damage that they've done and continue to do. It's I don't think it's a bright future for the United States. I really don't. I mean, I hate to be pessimistic, but I mean, you would need every future president, and you would need all Republican politicians to be like Trump. And that's just not going to happen. Too many of these motherfuckers are corrupt. They're about making money for their family, creating their own little empires and fuck everybody else. And that's what it comes down to. I think I think the U.S. is in trouble. I think it's all intentional, and I think these politicians know what they're doing. But I think a lot of the people that support this nonsense don't realize what they're involved in. They just don't. I mean, once they got you to believe that men can become women, you're a lost cause. You're a lost cause. I mean, what won't you believe after that? You know what I mean? Like, what won't you believe? The U.S. is fine. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What, are you drinking again? Yeah. Right. Right. Exactly. All these so-called mental illnesses, I think they created them. I definitely think that the school system has created ADHD. They call it now. It used to be, when I was a kid, hyperactive. That's what I was, hyperactive. And so here's how they taught us to read. Now, I was already reading in the first grade, right? But here's how they taught us to read. There was Dick and Jane, right? Now, first of all, when I'm 7 years old and I hear the word Dick, I think it's fucking hilarious. I'm telling you, I still think it's funny, right? So they introduce you to Dick. 15 fucking pages later, see Dick, see the ball, see Dick go to the ball, see Dick kick the ball. 20 pages later, they introduce Jane, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm so smart, but I think I got the correlation much quicker, or I think the rest of the class did too, but it was boring. The way they taught you like you were retarded. And my problem was I could not obey. I could not sit there and deal with this bullshit. So I was labeled a problem kid, and the fucking nuns took one look at me and said, medicate him, right? And of course my parents listened, and they were giving me Ritalin at a young age. And I graduated to cocaine years later. Shocking, right? But all that, I think all this ADHD, I think it's all bullshit. I think they're just different personality types that don't get along in society so well. Maybe they need to learn. Maybe they learn differently. Maybe they're just fucking different. So they give them fucking stimulants to fucking, And all of these fucking medications fuck you up. With long-term use, they all fuck you up. They all do. I don't give a fuck what it is. They all fuck you up. Or you got to increase the dosage, or you got to switch to another medication because your toleration is so fucking high. It's all bullshit. I don't think manic depression is a disorder. I think it's a personality type. Jesus Christ, Nelson, you're hard at work, ain't you? More mowing, less talking to a screen. It's good for you. See Dick run. And see, on top of all that, my father's nickname was Dick, right? And my father, ask my brother, my father, when we were in the car, he was the most polite driver you've ever seen. But God forbid you do something wrong on the road. He'd call you an asshole. He'd call a woman a cunt. He didn't give a fuck. And my mother would be in the front seat. Dick, 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 Dick. And that was just funny. I mean, me and my brother would be in the back seat, like, to hear my mother yell Dick 50 times, the shit was funny. And my father was a funny guy. Yeah, he didn't give a fuck. He had no filter. He just did not fucking care. And his cell phone was books. This motherfucker read everywhere. He did not give a fuck. Schmollman. Even Halo is doing the pride pandering. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I went. Now they have what's called the Fashion District in Philadelphia. You know, they created this. It's like a mall. And when you come in the front door, they're handing out pride flags. Why? I just don't get it. Why are they pushing this shit down society's throat? It's just unfucking believable. Jimmy's libtard Bush. Big Pharma is good only for their CEO's biggest scam in America. Yeah, I agree. I believe HCHD, ADHD, whatever the fuck they want to call it, I believe that is all, it's designed by the schools. I remember when my ex went to jail, right? I had custody of my daughter, and we were living at my brother's house, right? He kindly allowed us to live there. And I had to enroll my daughter in a nursery school. And the head person comes up to me, this woman, she says, listen, your daughter's been very depressed. She sits in the corners because her mother's in jail. I said, yeah, I know. She said, what are you going to do about it? I said, well, starting this week, I'm going to take her to see her mother every week. She said, well, don't you think she should be on medication? I said, no. Why? I said, her mother's in prison. She's supposed to be depressed. She'll learn to deal with it. I will dutifully take this child to see her mother every week. And I did. Of course, when I went to jail, I didn't get so much of a letter, Yeah. But I was very cognizant that her mother, as much as I disliked her mother, hated this bitch. Mother loud and Carol, despite all her drunken bullshit, took care of the kid. So I made sure she saw her mother once a week. And I had to drive 60 miles. Like what the fuck? I think it was a 2-hour visit or an hour. But, Now, if I was my mother, I would have listened to that teacher or my father 50 years ago. Because what the teacher said was everything. Now I know teachers are fucking retards. They're ideological retards. I mean, why would I give my daughter medication? Her mother's in jail. She's supposed to be depressed. I talked to her about it. I said, look, Julia, your mom ain't going to be there long, couple months, and I was right. Got her a lawyer, From all these fucking DUIs she had. And they kind of screwed her too. The New Jersey judicial system, they kind of fucked her. Richard I was a dick, and then it stuck. We never called my brother Dick. But my father's name was, it was his nickname, Dick. Everybody called him Dick. But that shit was, especially my mother I can remember her in the front seat. She looked like Beavis and Butthead. Dick, Dick, Dick. Because she would get all nuts when my father got angry. But we thought it was hilarious. We were like, go, Dad, go. We thought it was fucking funny. Chris Kroll, LGBT plus narcotics and sterilization seems to be a pattern there somewhere. Yeah. It's part of a demoralization campaign. Yep. Because everybody knows somebody that's gay. Everybody knows somebody that's died from narcotics. Everybody got a cell phone. Everybody's getting the same shit heaped on them. Climate change, Pride Month, people dying left and right. Ukraine, Israel, Gaza, Taiwan. We're willing to help all these fucking people except our own. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I'm so sick of it. I'm so fucking sick of it. Why does everybody but me have a blue name? Because you're not a mod. My mad pills keep me mad. My dad taught the retard class back in the day. I totally understand. Jimmy, happy Pride Month. Yeah. Fuck Pride Month. Jesus Christ, how many months do they have? Wasn't there some bullshit going on in February with the gay people? I mean, Jesus Christ. How much affirmation do they need to be okay with being gay? I mean, I would assume if you're gay, you're okay with that, right? How much positive reinforcement do you need to continue to be gay? I don't understand. Why? If it's perfectly okay, then why do you need? And who the fuck gave you the rainbow anyway? The fuck is that? Jimmy's libtard boss is Nelson. Yes, probably. No, I don't have a liberal boss. My boss Joe is conservative. Brees was very liberal, pukingly liberal, like ridiculously, unreasonably liberal. He couldn't see the truth of it. Hit him in the head. Jim, would you accept your daughter if she was gay? Well, my daughter is gay. I believe she is. So yeah, I accept her. You know, I disagree with her reason for being gay. I think it was a calculated move. You know, I think she doesn't want to have children, but she wants to have sex, which is normal for a grown adult female. And she figured out that if she doesn't have sex with men, she ain't gonna have kids. So her mother's done nothing but fight with men. So that's her way out. I mean, the kid wasn't born gay. She was she loved all the boy bands when she was a teenager. So this is all a calculated move. Yeah, my daughter's gay. Yeah, I saw some of her Harvard graduation pictures, and she has like a gay a rainbow sash. So my brother told me she might be an ally. I'm like, what are these people in a fucking war? No, she's not an ally. She's probably gay. Listen, her grandmother was gay, you know. So there goes the grandkids, right? The kid ain't even fucking talking to me, so. It's usually the parents' fault when the child is gay. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. If you have liberal parents, yeah, because they'll promote it to you. I can guarantee you my ex promoted being gay to my daughter. I can almost guarantee it. Boy bands are super gay. Yeah, when yeah, but boy bands, little girls like that shit. I wouldn't say that they were gay. I liked Donny Osmond growing up when I was 10 or 11. As soon as I heard rock, I got rid of all that shit. Maybe she has gay genes. No, I guarantee you my daughter being gay was a calculated move because she doesn't want anything to interfere with her career. So that's basically what it is. And that's fine. She's a grown woman. She can have sex any way she wants. I would be more concerned if she didn't want to have sex. That would fuck me up. Good for her. The only thing I don't like is if she had children, imagine how much better her children would be. You know what I mean? Because they would have to do better than her, or she would want them to do better than her, right? So she would have amazing children. See, that bothers me. That bothers me. She's all for abortion. Well, she's lucky her mother didn't abort her. You know, or she wouldn't exist, right? Or maybe your gay daughter loves boxed lunches. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that means. Yeah, all right, Smalls. Jimbo, what do you know about the northern cyclones? Nothing. Nothing. Not a fucking thing. Those Osmonds were properly ripped off. Yeah, I liked the Osmond when I was a kid. I liked the Jackson 5. I liked all Motown stuff. But when I heard rock, that was all like pop music. You know what I mean? And most young kids, my daughter was big into pop music. But then she got into rock. She started going to, her mother would go to concerts with her, you know. But she was more into like, I try to explain to my daughter that the rock that she listens to, none of these people are making any real money. You know, they're all kind of like fringe bands. And she liked it. That's fine. I mean, yeah, it's very subjective musical taste. But me and her mother tried to explain to her, we grew up with Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. Yeah, like these bands filled stadiums. You know what I mean? So, but rock is effectively dead, in my opinion. I think it's dead. I think it's dead. My nephew got accepted to the hockey team. You said your gay daughter is only gay for strategy of career. I'm saying maybe your gay daughter loved eating liberal snatch. Oh, Christ. No, I think that's exactly what it is, or at least that factored into it. She was not born gay. I'll tell you that right now. I heard her saying how she thought certain boys were cute, and she listened to the boy bands and stuff. She was way into boys. But, you know, I guess she thought hockey is gay. Special K, quite a statement from a Canuck. Hockey is gay, yeah. Well, I think hockey's the only major sport that stopped the gay pride stuff, because they were having pride nights at some of these hockey events, and they were telling the players that they had to wear rainbow colored jerseys, and the players stopped doing it. They said, no, I'm not doing this. You know, I think they're the only sport that you know, stopped doing that shit. I mean, Jesus Christ. Okay. We're going to have to start banning people with, you know, you're not going to ridicule my daughter. Jimmy, in retrospect, do you think you should have had kids? Well, yes. I mean, look what my daughter's done. She's graduated from a prestigious Ivy League college. She's a neuroscientist. Maybe she's studying addiction, I believe. Maybe she helps drug addicts. You know, what the fuck? She's going to make an important contribution to the world, I think. Good for her. Good for her. If it wasn't for drugs, I'd be set up in life, you know. So, but at the time that I was raised, and you know, with the fucking telling me I'm hyperactive and all this bullshit, you know, you know, they taught you like you're stupid. That's Nino. Nino is Nelson. Where the fuck are you at, AJ? I am Nino. I don't know why Jimmy thinks I am Nelson. I am not, however, that guy pretending to be Jimmy's daughter. Well, you're Nelson. Nino is Nelson. Nelson in name only. Kind of works out for you that way. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to have people disrespecting my daughter. I don't give a shit if she's gay or not. I think my daughter's going to do something significant in neuroscience. I really do. I think she's going to figure something out. I hope she does. Maybe help some people. Of course, I want to talk to her about some of this shit, but yeah, she don't want to talk to me. So what am I going to do? Damn, see this Tulsi Gabbard's aunt stabbed multiple times, beaten to death with a hammer. Jesus Christ. Wow. Jesus Christ. Oh, what the fuck? Jimmy, have you had any homosexual thoughts, even the slightest? No. Rose by any other name is Nelson. Right. Maybe she can help AJ. I don't think there's any help for AJ. I don't. Nelson is vile. Yeah, I'm getting sick of his shit. He seems to think that there has to be some kind of adversity on my channel. There doesn't. I totally disagree. And then other people agree with him. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. She would be my daughter, you dumbass. Yeah. Maybe Nelson and her should date. They'll turn each other straight. Eleanor said Jimmy's daughter. Jimmy thinks she may go big in neuroscience. Yes, I think my daughter will. I think she'll rock the world. I really do. In this study of addiction, I think she will. I think she'll do something notable. You know what I mean? Like something that's, you know. But yeah, see, the way society's going now, it's ripe for addiction. You know, everything's a lie. Everything's a grift. You got China sending the precursors for fentanyl to Mexico. You got these cartels flooding the United States with drugs. You got Mexico flooding the United States with illegal aliens. Yeah, I mean, how does somebody not use drugs? I mean, how do you avoid that trap? Yeah. I mean, you got people addicted to cell phones. I think it's the same thing as drugs. I really do. It's almost the same. Yeah. I try to, I try to do my own research. I don't believe everything I read, even from conservatives. I use my own brain. But for a long time, I didn't do that. I believed what was told to me. I thought these people, these talking heads, were telling me the truth. For some reason, it's just like when you see a doctor in a white coat. Most people believe they're an authority. They know what they're talking about. A lot of these fucking people don't. Look at all the drugs they prescribe. Most of these doctors don't even understand what these drugs do. They give them to you and they get a report from you. That's how they figure it out. Just say no. Yeah, that worked out tremendously, didn't it? Jay LaRue, what's up? Jimmy, I don't want kids either. That's why I get pegged weekly. Some of the, no, I don't think they were effective at all. When you tell young kids not to do something, a lot of them are going to try it. When you show people the horrors of drug addiction and all, you think that's going to keep people from doing it? No, because you're showing them the end game of addiction, right? When addiction first starts out, the first time you smoke a joint, the first time you ever drink, a lot of times these are pleasant experiences. It takes years to, get the negative consequences of drug use. And then and at the same time, there's some people that use alcohol periodically and they're fine with it. They have a drink or two when they come home, no big deal. There's people that smoke weed and they're responsible people. I mean, it's all very subjective. And any man who raises a gay daughter should be ashamed. The world needs more straight kids. Well, I'm not ashamed of my daughter at all. She's a grown woman. She can have sex with whomever she likes. That's the truth too. I mean, I could care less what she does sexually. I don't even want to hear about it. What the fuck? It's my kid. I want to know what she's doing in the world. I want to hear what she thinks about politics. I would agree with that, Jimmy. They often find things by accident too. Viagra was initially being created for epilepsy. Side effects were more notable than the initial purpose. Yeah. Well, I mean, they got drugs out there that'll make you steal. They'll make you more susceptible to stealing. What the fuck? I mean, these pharmaceutical companies are. I think they're evil. I really do. I don't think medicine is about curing anything. I don't. There's no money in a cure. There's money in the comeback. In taking this pill, it's psychiatry, same thing. There's money in years of psychotherapy and all this bullshit. I mean, I think it's all designed to keep us sick. They put chemicals in our food. I mean, I'm a strong conservative. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. You know, I really don't care about the gay thing. You know what I mean? Like, I just think, why are they jamming it down the majority's throat? Like, what is the point of that? What is the point of some goofball teacher having a gay pride flag in her classroom? Oh, they want to let these kids know it's okay to be gay. Let me tell you something. If you're gay, you're going to find a way to be gay. Okay? You don't need any help. You're going to find a way to be gay. I think part of that strategy is keep the population down too. That's another thing they want to do. You know, there's too many people on the planet and all this bullshit. Andrew says, yeah, Duchamp trial should have been mistrial at least 6 times. Yeah, if you listen to Dershowitz talk about this, he's like, it's incredibly rigged. You sound liberal, gay kids and all. No, I'm not liberal. No. And it's not kids, it's kid. She went to a fucking liberal university, Harvard. What the fuck? She has a liberal mother. But I heard she voted for Trump, so she's got some fucking sense. What am I supposed to be mad at her for who she has sex with? I mean, what the fuck? It's her choice. She's an adult. She can do what she wants. Judges should have recused himself. Yeah, refused. Should have been a federal case, but no prosecutor wanted it. Was misdemeanor charge to begin with, banned up to felonies that aren't actually felonies, let alone. Yeah, I know. The misdemeanor case is over the statute of limitations. They made the case over what? Hold on. Let me find this thing. Dershowitz explains this perfectly. We'll do this one.
The Dirt Show.
The judge tried to deny the defendant the right to put on a defense. First, he said, even though there are letters and testimony by Cohen that says that the payment was an illegal campaign contribution, which it clearly was not, but the prosecution put in evidence that it was an illegal campaign contribution, and yet the judge denied the defendant the right to put on the country's leading expert on campaign contributions to testify that it wasn't even close. It's not a campaign contribution. It's a personal contribution, not a campaign contribution. And the judge refused to allow him to put the expert on to say that. Oh, we can put the expert on to just say, I'm an expert, but you couldn't testify as to the substance and contradict what was put on the other side. So that denies Trump the right to put on a defense, but this is even worse. So you get Robert Costello, a very distinguished lawyer, the former deputy head of the criminal division of the Justice Department, U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York, one of the most dignified and distinguished offices in the country. And he's testifying And right one after the other, the judge is making erroneous rulings. And every time the judge made one of these erroneous rulings, I would shake my head. I would go, my God. Or I would raise my eyebrows, or I would stare at the judge. I'm entitled to do that. I'm an observer. But the witness did the same thing when the judge made ruling after ruling against allowing him to fulfill his oath to testify to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Apparently, I didn't see it, even though I was sitting right there. Apparently, Costello rolled his eyes, and the judge got furious and cleared the courtroom, made every single journalist get out of the courtroom, and every single person get out of the courtroom except me and 3 or 4 other people who were sitting in the front row. Why, I don't know, but I wasn't going to just leave on my own. Nobody asked me to leave, so I stayed. And I saw him, and the judge went berserk. When nobody was in the courtroom, he didn't have to be nice to present himself as a benevolent despot to the jury and to the media. He went nuts, and he, really yelled at this distinguished lawyer, and he said to him, "What you did was contemptuous." It reminds me of Mae West in Little Chickadee, I think, where the judge says to her, "You're showing contempt for this court," and she says, "No, Your Honor, I'm trying my best to hide my contempt for this court." Well, I'm sure that's what he was doing. He was hiding his contempt for the court. But everybody's entitled to roll their eyes. This is not Taxi, where a psychotic says, "You looking at me? You looking at me?" That's you're allowed to look at somebody. You're allowed to roll your eyes, as I did and as other people did. But the judge then went further than I've ever seen a judge go. Look, I have been in courtrooms all over the world. I've been in courtrooms in Russia. I've been in courtrooms in China. I've been in courtrooms in Ukraine. I've been in courtrooms in England. I've been in courtrooms in France. I've been in courtrooms in Italy. I've been in courtrooms all over the world. I've been to, I think, courtrooms in 40 of the 50 states in the United States or thereabouts. I've never seen a judge threaten to strike a defense witness's entire testimony because he rolled his eyes. Let's assume he did something wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. Let's assume he did something wrong. So you punish him, but you don't punish the defendant. How dare a judge suggest that he could deny Donald Trump his right to a defense because the judge didn't like the way a witness looked at him? If you don't like the way a witness looks at you, look away. You're supposed to have a thick skin, Your Honor. This is not your courtroom. This is the courtroom of every citizen of New York and of every citizen of the United States. Grow up, judge. Get a thick skin. But don't strike or threaten to strike the testimony of a major defense witness. If he did that, that would be the easiest appeal I had ever argued. The idea that a judge can deny a defendant his Sixth Amendment right to confront witnesses, that's what this guy was doing. He was confronting Cohen. He had been Cohen's lawyer, and he was giving testimony that contradicted his testimony, Cohen's testimony. The idea of striking that is absurd. If a lawyer ever suggested that, that lawyer would be disciplined. That lawyer would be sanctioned. What the judge did was just unacceptable. It was unethical. It was immoral. It was illegal. It was unconstitutional. And he gets away. And CNN praised him. CNN headline after headline about how the judge rebuked the witness and how the witness can upset the judge. Nobody went after the judge for doing what no judge is allowed to do, that is striking the testimony of an important defense witness because he doesn't like the way he looked at him. And so, there are so many reversible errors in this case. In one day, I saw more errors than I've seen in trials that took 6 months. In one day, I just kept counting. My God, how could the judge be doing this? What's the reason? I don't know. Is it because his daughter is making money off this trial? That's what Trump alleges. I don't know whether that's true or not. His daughter does work for a fundraising company, which fundraises for people, including one person who helped prepare Michael Cohen for his testimony, a congressman from New York. But whatever the reason is, this judge has such a strong bias. Now, you wouldn't know it if you were not in the courtroom when the judge excluded everybody. I was there. I could see the bias. I was sitting just feet away from the judge. I could see how angry he was at a defense attorney, at a defendant, a witness, a defense witness, and a defense attorney who was on Trump's side. And you can see the way he treats Trump's lawyers as distinguished from how he treats the lawyers for the prosecution. The lawyers are quite good in this case. The prosecution lawyers are quite good. The defense lawyers are quite good. It's just the judge who isn't very good.
Yeah. But now the liberal media made it like Costello fucked up and all this bullshit. Well, there you have eyewitness testimony as to what the judge did. He was there. He was there. I think he was only there for a day or two. He picked a hell of a time to go. AJ, you do have a team. You're team retard. That's, basically, you're team retard. And LaRue, you said something. Where the fuck? I was hoping conservatives can just move on. Move on? What? What? With all the illegal shit these liberal fucks have done, we're just supposed to move on and act like it didn't happen? No, I hope Trump gets elected and starts locking people up. No, that's my hope. These people need to get locked the fuck up for what they're doing to him, for what they're doing to this country. This is fucking ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. It's astounding what they've done. Oh, we should just move on, right? Nah. That's bullshit. What's up, Nigel? Yeah, hopefully Barron Trump grows up to be a politician. Yes, move on. Take the L and get a new leader. Trump will never win. I want him to be president, but it will never happen. You are setting yourself up for disappointment. So with that type of thinking, what makes you think if they're going to cheat Trump, what makes you think they wouldn't cheat another conservative? Like, I don't understand your thinking. Take the L? No. That's conservatives have been doing that for years. It hasn't worked. Take the L. Fuck that. Fight fire with fire. Start locking these people up. Start firing them, locking them up. What's up, Bobbity? And the more the liberals play games, the more people that are woke up to this shit. People got to start understanding they're being brainwashed. I'm not banning you. Nobody said anything about banning you, LaRue. The fuck? No, Eleanor, I disagree. I don't think he's being spiteful. There's some conservatives that think that way. Yeah, but Jay, I would argue that you're saying take the L and move on is precisely what a snowflake would do. I think that Trump's the best prospect for president right now in the situation that we're in. He's saying all the right things. He's going to deport these people. I don't know how he's going to do that. These motherfuckers will have him tied up in court for fucking years. He needs to just start telling the cops to start arresting them. Just do it. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Don't wait for court decisions and all. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. House arrest. What treason? You think Trump is guilty of treason? What? Eleanor, I don't think Eleanor. I disagree with you. I don't think LaRue is being nasty. He has a different opinion. He said he's conservative minded. There's some conservatives that think that Trump can't win. Based on all the bullshit, they might be right. But who would they put in his place? Are you going to tell me they wouldn't cheat him too? I mean, yeah. Hey, nobody's crying about the past. I want revenge. That's what I want. I want these motherfuckers that did illegal shit to go to jail, to be fired. No, he's cool, but all the other idiots are. Revenge is crying about the past? Dude, you're a little mixed up. And nobody's looking to ban you. So I don't even know why you brought that up. I mean, I get your opinion. I understand what you're saying. I disagree with you. It's that simple. I don't think you're nasty. Justice, not revenge. Okay. Better put. Donnie's an abusive asshole, but he's the best shot the country has of avoiding apocalypse. How is he abusive? My God, have you seen what they've been doing to him? How afraid they are of him? If you are wronged, you can seek justice. Yes. Literal and morally. No, I don't think Trump is abusive at all. I think he fights fire with fire. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. Who says, Jimmy, I bring it up because you answer your brother are fragile men who are quick to ban people to protect your safe space. Echo chamber. No, I'm quick to ban people that are talking a bunch of fucking complete nonsense. I'm quick to ban people that are talking shit on my daughter. Yeah, liberals do this all the time to conservatives that don't even go that far. They just disagree with them. No, anybody that I banned is just being an asshole in the chat trying to create problems. I got no problem with what you're saying. I disagree with you, but it's not a reason to ban you. You think I'm fragile? Well, you're wrong. Yeah, I know. Looking for morality in politics is like looking for virginity in a probable 7-year-old. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Why do you think 96% of your chat are mods? Because you are fragile and ban everyone. Dude, the reason why I make a lot of people mods is so they can put up videos. Believe it or not, I'm the one that does the banning. When's the last time somebody else banned somebody on my channel? I'm the one that does the banning. Nobody is allowed to ban but me. unless somebody is just so fucking much of an asshole. You got it wrong, LaRue. You got it wrong. You're entitled to your opinion, but you got it wrong. Right, exactly, Bobby. That's why I make people minds. I don't know if you know this. This is more of like, what would you call it? A free for all type of chat. Like I talk about things. You guys talk about things. I post videos. Some of you guys put out videos. Your brother always bans. I've seen it. My brother's banned people that absolutely deserved it. I don't think LaRue's a moron. I think he's got different opinions that I disagree with, but it's certainly no reason to ban him. I'm constantly, I'm not even going to talk to you anymore. All right. That's you just don't get it. You're off on a tangent and there's no talking to you. So. Yes, Bob, he summed it up quite succinctly. People are assholes and they get ticked. Right. Exactly. I've kicked AJ out about fucking 10 times and brought him back. Because he was drunk and fucking acting like an asshole. He's trolling you, Jimmy. I know. I'm not going to put up with too much more of it. I mean, people are calling him nasty, this and that. I'm sticking up for him and he's still going on. Yeah, I mean, like, now I've seen LaRue in here before and he's never caused any problems. So I don't know what his issue is today, but yeah. What's up, Commander? Jay, one more comment like that and I'm going to ban you. No one was talking about banning you. All right. I made it quite clear. Okay. Now you're being a major asshole. So one more time and you're going to get banned. It's that simple. So. Jesus fucking Christ. I've seen him in here before. He's never caused any problem. Now today he's got a hair up his ass, right? The last person I banned said Jimmy's gay daughter. That was the title of the profile. What the fuck? This is true. Love you though, Jimbo. Yeah, dude, you were frustrating to deal with, AJ. You're fucking drunk. I don't care that you're liberal, but you're drunk. You're not making any fucking sense. What the fuck? Hey, LaRue, you need to calm the fuck down, have a beer or whiskey or smoke a joint or whatever it is you do to calm down because I've had you here before. I've never had any problems with you. People are accusing you of being nasty, this and that, and I stuck up for you. Now you're being nasty. You're calling me a coward, then I'm going to ban you. I clearly came out and said I was not going to ban you. So you need to calm the fuck down. Take a step back. I disagree with you, but I welcome disagreement. But when you're acting like a fucking asshole, I mean, how many YouTubers are you going to call a coward to that don't ban you? So I'm giving you a shot here. So make the best of it. I don't give a fuck. You've been in here before, never caused a problem. So I don't know what it is with you today, but and the accounts that I'm banning are troll accounts. It's that simple. So. Any updates on the kitten? Nah, that pussy stole the cat. And, appears to be getting away with it. there's other bullshit going on within the AA community here. I don't want to really get into it, but this is why I stopped going to AA. You know what I mean? Some of these people are sober for years on psychiatric medication, fucking nuts. Some of the nastiest people you ever wanted to meet. I don't want nothing to do with any of them. And believe me, there's plenty of decent people in AA too. But I just South Philly AA, nah. I got no time for it. I really don't. I just don't. I work too much to even make meetings, and the little bit of time that I have off, I relax, you know. No, I don't think that she was. I think Eleanor went after LaRue a little too hard, and that probably pissed him off. But I stuck up for him right away. I don't think he got nasty as time went on, but I don't think he was being nasty. He has a different opinion. That's fine. I welcome disagreement, but Jesus Christ, don't be an asshole. Don't call me a coward. Fucking Christ, because I banned a few troll accounts. Ban whoever the fuck I want. Go on a liberal channel and see how it works out for you. Oh, man. I'm rarely wrong. Gift and a curse. Well, Eleanor, I don't. Yeah, up to that point where you called him nasty, he wasn't being nasty. I don't think so. You know, a lot of times when people attack you in the chat, you get fucking, you get stupid. I mean, believe me, I understand. Up to that point, I don't think he was being nasty. But then when the last thing he said, he called me a coward. You're starting to get nasty, motherfucker. And I've also learned once people start doing that, they don't stop. A lot of them don't. A lot of them aren't smart enough to fucking stop. So I banned them. Fuck them. It's one thing to disagree with me, but to call me names? The fuck? He had a slant. Well, you call it a slant. I call it an opinion. Whatever. He's entitled to his opinion. He's definitely conservative. He's been on this channel before. I've never heard him say anything wrong. That's sound logic. The people who aren't violent will be at fault for being nonviolent. Awesome. I'm glad to hear you're still sober, AJ. Because, I mean, dude, you should have seen yourself. You should watch some of my older videos. I did delete a lot of them, but, oh my God, dude. You were just downright fucking idiotic. That's what fucking alcohol will do to you. And I know you're probably smoking pot like a fucking Navajo. I suspect his real name ain't LaRue. Isn't LaRue some conservative from way back? He had some goofy concepts. He had some good ones too. I forget. I read something about him a long time ago. LaRue had the ear of a bunch of conservatives for some time. I forget who the fuck he was. I suspect that's why he's got that last name. Yeah, I welcome disagreement, but when you start calling me names, start start bitching about who I'm banning. I ban people that are acting like dickheads. You know what I mean? You start talking shit about my daughter, you start making up accounts, denigrating my daughter, you're going to get banned. It's that simple. You're getting no chance at all. You start talking nonsense about Trump, like the fuck. I'm pretty informed about Trump, and you know. Johnny LaRue, John Candy on SCTV. Yeah. I'll trade you my climate change for your climate change. AJ said, yeah, bro, alcohol will be the end of me. Had to end that. Yeah, dude, you were extra stupid. Oh, God. Oh, I'd bring you on. You're all kind of fucking static and fucking. And then you're telling me that you can't hear it. And there's 20 people in the chat telling you, what the fuck? My parents are total black genocide conspiracy theory liberals. I am never voting for a party that promotes such anti-government BS. What does black genocide mean? They want to get rid of black people? Yeah, I'm not with that. Although, let me tell you something. I live in a black neighborhood, and I still think most of the people are decent, but the ones that ain't, oh, they'll blast music well into the evening. They don't give a fuck. The fucking neighborhood is always full of trash. It's like, what the fuck? There's fucking gang wars like a street over, fighting for territory with selling drugs. And oh my fucking God, man. No, he said, I really like you, Jimmy. I ain't left someone take the piss easily. You don't deserve it. Well, you know, I mean, look, Eleanor, I think he jumped on LaRue a little too quick. Like I said, when you called him nasty up to that point, he wasn't being nasty. But I think a few people were speaking against him. He got a little uptight. He's been on the channel before. I've never had a problem with him. So he got a hair up his ass. Saw me ban a few people. So what? I never used to ban anybody, and it caused me nothing but fucking problems. In fact, when I started this channel, I swore I wouldn't ban people. I found out very quickly that ain't the way. It's not. It just causes me, causes me a lot of frustration. And I don't do this to be frustrated. I really don't. It's not like I'm making a ton of money here or not. Which, by the way, there is a pinned comment at the top of the page from my buymeacoffee.com. Please donate if you have it. And if you have PayPal or Cash App, let me know. I'll put it out there. I mean, I do this for my own entertainment. You know what I mean? So, and I like to hear different opinions from people. I don't know it all. People make me think. I listen to people. I don't mind disagreement, but you start getting nasty. I mean, yeah. What's up, Vamps? You got a little outline yourself, a little bit, good fellas. Take it easy. Take it easy. Remember Scarface? Take it easy. Take it easy. Now, I try to keep this lighthearted, I mean. But, when someone comes, when people start getting nasty, man, I just got no time for it. Now, when I first started my channel, I put up with a lot of that shit, But I just realized, man, once people start doing that, you let them get away with it too much, they just keep getting nastier and nastier. I just, I learned that through experience. And see, now the hard basser won't ban anybody because he really doesn't get personal in the chat. And that's fine. He can, and God bless him. You know what I mean? But my chat's a little more personal. I'm a little more personal with the chat. So You know, I'm not saying his way's better or mine's better. It's just the way I do it. You know, people can disagree with me. You know, that's not a problem. In fact, I enjoy talking to people I disagree with. But yeah, you start getting nasty. It's like, what the fuck? And then when you're talking to people that are uninformed, clearly you know that they're uninformed. I mean, anybody that says that trial was righteous with Stormy Daniels is a fucking idiot. You're clearly uninformed. You just, you know. Just remember, when you go for the annual exam, make sure to ask for the doctor to use 2 fingers. That way you get the second opinion right away. I just had a female urologist stick 2 up my ass. Oh, yeah. Jimmy from Philly. Personal. Well, they're really, I mean, if you look at it, like for me to run a channel this way, I'm going to run into problems. There's no doubt about it. You know? So, you know what I mean? All right, Andrew. Did she light a cigarette with you after? Living the dream, Jimmy. That reminds me, where the fuck is our pal? Yeah, you know, I mean, the way I run the channel, you know, I'm going to run into people that think that they can get stupid with me. You know, I mean, that whole thing with Amy, I'm still baffled by that, the way she acted. I mean, you know, I don't like getting called out on my own channel. You know, that's just ridiculous. So, I apologized to her the other day in the Hard Bastard chat. She didn't respond. You know, it's like, what the fuck? I mean, I have nothing against her. It happened a while ago. You know, I could have handled it differently. I didn't. Cowards, a lot of you. I mean, what the fuck is up your ass today, Jay? You've been in my chat for at least a year, maybe 2. You don't come in that often, but never had a problem with you. But today, you picked today. You were just waiting for such an occasion. Like, what the fuck happened? Explain your thinking. Yeah. Why does everybody count? Why are you name calling? Yeah. Fascinating to see people call others cowards when they were in the same place doing the same things as the rest of us. You know, I just don't get it. He's never been like this before. Never even close. Or I would remember it. You know what I mean? You know. Yep. Chat TDL. Yeah, you know, that whole AI thing, I think that's going to be devastating to humanity. I really do. I don't think that's going to be a good thing for humans. That AI bullshit, any of it. I don't think it's going to be good. I really do. I think if you look at the totality of it, I think it's going to be evil. I really do. That's my opinion based on, what I've seen so far. Oh, hilarious to see the same behavior in the HB chat too from time to time. Yeah. Yeah, I see people getting picked on sometimes. God forbid somebody has a different opinion. But like when somebody comes, like if somebody comes in and say, yeah, Trump was guilty and all this, you clearly didn't follow that trial at all. Like you clearly didn't. Like you don't know what you're talking about. You're fueled by emotion. You know what I mean? Now I could see some conservatives wanting to be rid of Trump. I mean, yeah, I get it. But that would be given into to the commies. Trump's our best bet. I mean, yeah, right, Trump. Jimbo, what are you making for dinner? What are you, fucking David Packman? I have these little made up meals that I buy from Giant Food Market. You probably don't. I don't know if Giant is out there in California, but they have these little meals. They went from $8 to $9. These motherfuckers, but they're nice little made up meals. And you just put them in the microwave, heat them up, and they're healthy. I might have the salmon one. I don't know. Commander says, yeah, I've seen that too. AI, it is. The story doesn't end well. No, I don't think it does. I think, just like in the Terminator, what created the World War? AI, right? Became sentient, right? I mean, all this technology. I mean, look at cell phones. I think cell phones are a great thing, but they've made it addictive. They've made it. I can't even seem to break the addiction. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Sharif from Philly. Cooked. On the other hand, Biden lies about everything. And he is okay, such a mess. Yeah, they've created tribes and a culture of hate towards Trump. And I don't know that a whole lot of those people that are really hate Trump, I don't think they could do anything to Trump that would make them think, you know what, that wasn't right. I think there's a lot of people on the fence with it. I think there's a lot of intelligent Democrats out there that are like, whoa, maybe I should start researching some of this stuff. That's the only hope I have for, Personally, I love when a stranger announces to the group that they told the rest of us something we long past talked about. Like when a child learns something new, they can't comprehend others knew first. AGI is so smart, it can see pics, but it's called someone who can and told them it was vision impaired and got out of a bot security containment. Large language models should be trained on all encyclopedias and dictionaries to learn the English language. Only after this point can it then be shown The not so nuanced world of internal comms, I think I said. Can't see pics. I saw it on Joe Rogan. It's a very interesting conversation. Quantum computers aren't real either. The journey from a language model to a cognitive model better hurry up before the electrical grid collapses under sabotage, environmental or other fuckery. Yeah, that's a real that's a real problem. You know? That's a real fucking problem. I bet you these commies are out there trying to figure out a way to do it. That's what they want. They want unrest. They want this global fucking government. You fuck with the electrical grid, that's a way to get people fucking nuts. Myself included, you know? Makes you want to go out and buy a fucking generator. And people who have electric cars. Yeah, I think the electric car thing is such a fucking such a joke. It's really a joke. Don't forget all the wonderful unvetted people with demolition of the empire on a hill allowed to cross into our special economic zone. Oh, come on, man. What the fuck? What the fuck am I doing? Commies wouldn't survive 1 month without power and internet. Well, I don't think the people that would do this would be affected at all. They would be prepared for it. You understand? So, yeah. Yeah, you can, but most people can't, Commander. The broadcast bar, what's up? What's up? So, LaRue, you still out there? You calm down? I mean, what the fuck? Like I said, never had a problem with you before. I don't know if you got out of the bed the wrong side today or what, but most people would die without refrigerators. Yeah. Urban areas won't last. Typically, blue voting enclaves will find it very difficult as prices increase exponentially. All valuables change hands, upending the social strata. I'd die without air conditioning. Yeah, so would I. I only timed him out for 5 minutes. Don't normally do that, but since he was being such a cunt. Commander, please, don't time anybody out You see, I'm having a problem with the guy, and you timed him out. Jesus Christ! I wish you wouldn't have done that. Don't time anybody out. Don't fucking ban anybody. Let me do that. Jesus Christ. No wonder he's mad now. What the fuck? I banned Jimmy. Yeah, he ain't banning me. I don't think he's have the power to ban me. I never made anybody everybody's a standard moderator. And angry, pissed off people with no working toilets, no electricity, no refrigeration, and rampant illegals having a free for all in the streets. That's a recipe spicier than grandma's gumbo. You live in 120-degree weather. Yes, refrigeration is essential. Yeah, well, you would think. I don't know how the fuck people lived before refrigeration. You know, I guess a lot of them grew their own food, shit like that. I don't know. It'd be easy to fuck with the electrical grid, though. It'd be easy to do. I've watched some documentaries on that. That you know, that wouldn't be that hard. So if LaRue comes back in, no one is to time him out or ban him. No one. I'll take everybody's mod. I don't give a fuck. Don't do it. For clarification, I'm a substandard moderator, Jim. But the global boiling. Yeah, I mean, all right. Yeah, don't, because now you got him pissed off. I was at no point ready to, well, at one point I was, when he called me a coward. No reason for name calling. Yeah, it's, I don't know, man. I didn't know. This guy did a video. It says, I accidentally came during the job interview. Oh my God. What the fuck is that? I gotta play this. What's wrong with Joe's head?
President Biden, will you be serving your full 4-year term or handing over power to Vice President Harris? All 4 years or handing over? I can't hear you. Could you approach?
So this reporter asks a pretty important question to Biden. Now it's kind of noisy, so I can't tell what Biden's response was. But instead of walking forward and answering the question like a normal politician would, he stands back there and makes some comment that people around him laughed about. So he must have been trying to tell a bad joke. But this is the best we get out of Biden when it comes to interacting with the media. However, I want to ask about something else that's going on here. What is going on with the left side of his head, on his forehead? I see a lot of wrinkly skin right there, as if a mask is coming off. What the heck is going on? What do you guys think?
Yeah, looks like a fucking mask. There's been people saying that he has doubles and stuff. I don't know that any of that's true. You know what I mean? Jim Carrey wearing a mask doing his Joe show. Wow. It's Obama. I knew it. Yeah. It's, you know, I don't know, man. I'll tell you what, this presidential election coming up is going to be sight to behold. You're not going to find out who the winner is for days. You're not going to find out. You're not going to find out. You're not going to find out. And this mail-in voting needs to be stopped. It needs to be stopped. Only certain people should be able to mail-in vote. You know, veterans, maybe older people, people that are disabled, shit like that. This shit got to stop. It's got to stop. It's been stopped in numerous countries because of the fraud involved, and we're going to allow it here, especially after 2020. It's fucking nuts. I mean, I just the things that need to happen are obvious. They just never happen. I think they need to completely destroy, and I don't mean physically, but Washington, there needs to be a reset. There needs to be, you know, some kind of morals instituted into politics, which, you know, that would be extremely difficult the way it is now. But the way it is now isn't doing this any good. I mean, you know, how are they sending $100 billion to, I think it was spread out amongst Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan? How are they doing that when we got all kind of people in need in the United States? How are we accepting millions of illegal aliens when we got millions of people in need in the United States? And on top of all that, 34 trillion in debt. Like, how is that possible? How is that? It just, why are Biden's earlobes not connected to his head before 2020, yet connected after 2020? The level of facial growth is only seen during puberty, and Joe is far past that physiologically. I don't know. I really don't know. The IRS can find out where you spent 20 hours in less than a day, but voting takes days. AJ ain't going to fucking Ireland. Drugs don't cause earlobes to attach to the head, Vamps. I don't care how much drugs Biden's on. That's an impossibility. Eleanor said she was born on the west coast of Ireland. Yeah, Ireland's all fucked up now too. Ain't they got some Muslim dude in Ireland? What the fuck? I heard they dumped all kind of Muslims in the refugees and stuff in the rural parts of Ireland. What the fuck? They're definitely trying to do away with white people. There's no doubt about it. All this anti-white shit. Well, if you talk about it, you're a racist. Yeah. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, we got to get Trump in there, man. I mean, it's just. Can you imagine 4 more years of Biden? Oh my God! And then if he dies, it's Kamala Harris. You've got to be fucking kidding me. It's pretty obvious they're trying to run America into the ground, and they're doing a hell of a job. They're doing a hell of a job. The global West is in a shit state. Correct. Yeah. I mean, rent now is sky high. Fucking, oh my God, man. It's really fucked up. My last day of work was Friday, Jim. Well, I hope you got your money saved. I hope you know what you're doing. Good for you. Not a lot of people chase their dreams, so yeah. Better to have tried and failed than to have never tried at all. So, yeah, good luck to you. Yep, Ireland, lots of problems here. Yeah, and Scotland too, right? Scotland's fucked up too. The UK's fucked up. You got liberalism run rampant over there, right? I mean, you guys can't even say certain shit, right? Yeah, it's really fucked up, man. I'm glad I'm 61. I figure I got maybe another 10 on the planet. Yeah, I'm not going to be around to see the destruction of America, and I think that's what's going to happen. And I think the way that they're crafting it, if you're young now, you'll completely accept it. You'll pretty much accept whatever it's replaced with. You'll accept it. Yep. Yeah, I think these fucking commies have been laying low for years. You know, getting themselves inserted into our institutions, you know, media, religion, medical. Look how fucked up the medical field is. It ain't about curing anything. They ain't trying to cure nothing. In fact, they're creating disease. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I really don't have a whole lot of hope for the United States, let alone humanity. You know, if these lunatics are allowed to keep fucking the people over. It's a small group of people that control the masses, you know. Gain of funding, gain of function. Yeah. Drop out of society and live in a trailer. I say, yeah, because that's what he's doing. Better than slaving away funding the. So did you fix your internet problem? Liquid? Did you get something that'll get you internet anywhere? Jimbo, the U.S. is doing great. What are you drinking again? The U.S. is doing great. You think so? Jesus Christ. Food skyrocketed. Rent skyrocketed. Gas is high. We've got sexual deviancy on the rise being taught in schools. $48 for 3 meals at Chipotle. Now, who was it? Tucker Carlson the other day. I forget what interview he was doing, but he went and had dinner at some restaurant. It wasn't a big deal restaurant, but it was a nice place. He said 4 of them, they don't even drink. They had no drinks, right? No alcoholic drinks. $200. $200. He said, "Now, hey, I can afford that, but you know, $200 fucking dollars." Wait a minute. You mentioned you called in once, and we were talking about it when I was still renovating the RV. For now, I'm just trying to use my mobile hotspot. I get 50 gigabytes a month. Hopefully, I can learn to back off my YouTube addiction. Yeah, 50 gigs is nothing, dude. Now, you can buy more. You can actually get a plan. I'm sure there's something better. I used to work with this Chinese guy at this Chinese restaurant, and he had like this little disc thing that he would bring with him, and it had internet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he paid a lot of money for it either. $200. I better get a handy from the waitress for that. The RV is better than the apartment I've rented. Starlink Mobile. Yes, travel outside the U.S. Just got back from Argentina. The corruption and inflation there is astronomical. Yeah, well, what do you think they're trying to do here, AJ? Huh? That's your side, the left. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to burn down the system. That's exactly what they're doing. And you support that. I know you don't believe that, but that is exactly what they're doing. So, yeah, you support it. 50G, then they throttle. I'm on highest unlimited for Google. I need to see about swapping to new carrier for better unlimited, but it's 65, so I'm chill. Starlink would be 600 one time install plus 150 a month. You do have a side, AJ. You've made it quite clear in many of your rants. The stuff I'm doing now, I can code. How are you going to make money? I mean, you are going to need money, right? I'm sure you have some money saved, but how the fuck are you going to make money? AJ went into a burning home and claims it's cold inside, but went into a similar burning home in Argentina and complains of the heat. You silly galoot. Yeah, I got enough saved up. Yeah, but at some point your money's going to run out. You got to have a plan to make some money, or maybe this trek is only for so long, and then you're going to come back and start working again. I don't know. Earwax smells nice. Did you not say you are a progressive, AJ? Or am I mistaken? Yes, he said it. Bill's very low after owning your own trailer. Yeah, but, you know. I'm building something. Don't worry. Yeah, you're going to need to make money at some point. Yeah, I mean, you're going to need to do something. I got a plan. All right. Or you're going to have to cut that little trip short, you know? Don't know what that means, Bobbity. It's called an analogy, AJ. I wouldn't quit my job without plans for new income. Well, I mean, I guess you don't want to say, but you know, that's why I asked you. But I've got a long leash. People who complain about life in the U.S. are utterly uninformed. No, you're brainwashed. You're fucking brainwashed. That's simple. People all across the United States are bitching about the price of food, bitching about the price of gas, bitching about rent. You can't. I couldn't even imagine trying to buy a home now. What are people going to do? Raise families in apartments? You got corporations buying up all kind of property. It's fucked up. You got a retard for a president. I don't know. I gave up on buying a home, even though I can. It means shackling yourself. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you got to be, you know. AJ, the West is going through a terrible time of managed decline. That is not very managed. Jimbo, you are 61 years old, plenty of time to buy a house. Listen, man, I don't fit the credit profile or anything else. I don't want to really be shackled either. If something better comes along, I'm going to be able to pick up and go. I ain't got too much more time on the planet. I need to quit smoking, man. I have made it to a point to critique what people say, at least in this chat. I gave up on critiquing AJ for Lent as a bit of a joke, which becomes untenable when he keeps saying dumb shit in chat. Well, that will never end. I mean, he stopped drinking, so now it's a more coherent incoherence, if that makes any sense. So, critiquing what AJ says, not who he is. Broadcast bar unlimited. You must have a good job or something to be able to do that. Well, he saved his money. He's been talking about doing this for a year or two. He put a lot of research into it. I quit my job. The money people are blowing on insurance and property tax make a home or a bad investment unless you need it for your family. Right. Yeah, insurance is a big fucking scam. It's a big fucking scam. It really is. Look what they did to those people in Hawaii. Yeah. And that fell out of the news real quick, didn't it? I seen some people saying what they're paying a month for their homes in Hawaii. 5,000, 6,000. What? All right, listen, people. I gotta fucking eat and get ready for bed at some point. So I'm gonna be out of here. Now, if you haven't hit like, please hit like somehow. It fucking helps me. I don't know how, but please hit like. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. And I will definitely see you all next week at 3 p.m. or 3:30 on Sunday. Unless it rains, I'll probably do a stream if it rains. If it rains and I'm not working. But, I'm out of here, everybody. So have a good one. AJ, you'll always be a retard.